this is Ivanka teacher, and since you are like to explore new things, you are like to investigate new things, isn't it? So today our lesson will be from science. It's unit 4, okay? It's unit 4 and the page numbers will be from 41 to 54. So what is the topic that we are going to learn today? We are going to learn about electricity. Okay, electricity. Do you all know what is electricity? Do you all know what is electricity? Okay, when I speak about electricity, the first thing that is coming to your mind must be a bulb, must be a bulb or a phone, something like that. So, but there is a vast area that we should cover when we are learning about electricity, okay? So, I am going to tell you everything that you should know about electricity, right? Moving on to our first slide, electricity is a kind of energy. It is a kind of energy. What is it, my dear children? It's a kind of energy, and it travels through wires to your home. Now, just imagine your phone, your mother's phone. You are watching a YouTube video, a cartoon. Your mother's phone's battery is going low. So, you have to charge it, isn't it? You have to charge it. Then the phone is getting slowly, the battery is coming up, isn't it? So how this current is coming? Is it a magic power? No, the current is coming. When you put the charger to the socket, the current flows through the wire to our phone pin. That's how the electricity flows. So that's what I have mentioned here. It travels through the wires. Understand? Right. Now, what is electrical energy? Now we are going to learn about electrical energy. Electrical energy is moving energy. Now look at this first picture, everyone. You have to look nicely. So you can see it's moving, isn't it? It's a moving energy. Electrical energy is a moving energy. It is not, it doesn't stay at one place, it's moving. Okay, so it is the flow of tiny particles called electrons and protons. You don't have to think much about this. We will get to this when you are in grade 3. Now, since I have to define what is electricity, I have to tell you this. Otherwise, it's not complete. My definition will be not complete. My definition will be not completed without this. So, it's a flow of protons and electrons, right? Now, electrical energy can be seen in nature in a bolt of lightning, which is a large number of electrons flowing through air all at once. Now, this is the simple example. This is a simple example. When you go into the nature, you can see lightning. Now, have you heard when people are saying news in the television, they say some people are dying because of lightning and they are getting shocks because of lightning. That is because it contains electricity. Understand? It contains electrons. What are they? Lightning it has electrons. So that's why we get an electric shock when the lightning hits us. Understand? Right. So people have learned how to produce electrical energy and control it. Understand? So our people are very, you can say they are very brave. So they have learned how to control it, and then they have learned how to produce it also. Understand? This is something that comes from the nature, but our people have learned how to produce it and how to control it. Understand? Right. So, electricity is everywhere. Now I want you to answer me. Tell me the electrical appliances that you have at your homes. Okay, some will say the iron, some will say a microwave, some will say television. So all the appliances that we have to plug in are known as electric appliances, that you all know. So it is used to heat up things. electricity, with the help of electricity, we can heat up things. So if your food is cold, if you have a microwave, what you will do, you will put it inside, you will plug the microwave, and the food will be hot very soon. So things like that. And it is used to give light and reduce darkness. Now at night, you have to put lights, no, you have to switch on lights. Now just because we switch it on, the lights are working, but it doesn't mean it's a magical power. There is a huge, vast area behind the switch, so that the light is working. It is not just magic. Wires are going through wires, the electricity is carried inside the wires. So because of that only, the lights are working. Understand? So it is used to cool things. Now tell me an example for this. To cool things. If you want to eat an ice cream, can you eat it after it's melted? No, you have to eat it in a cool way. So we need a refrigerator to keep it cool. To remain the coolness, we need to use a refrigerator. So the plug have to be on in the refrigerator. Otherwise, just keeping a refrigerator at home won't help you to cool things. You have to switch it to the plug, to the socket. Okay? Right. Where does electricity come from? Now, earlier slide I told you, can you remember? Our people have, they are very brave, and they are producing electricity. So now this picture, look at this. This is the place where they make electricity, where they produce electricity and they distribute it to our houses. This is the place where they make it. So mainly two sources. This is the sources I am telling. The power stations, the place where they make electricity is known as a power station. What is it? The place where they make electricity is a power station, and the main two sources supply a lot of electricity used in many electrical appliances. The main power. The two types of electricity I am going to show you now. First one is the main power electricity, and then electric cells, the batteries, which we use for the remotes and all. So it supplies a little electricity, it's portable and it is safe. But the mains electricity is not safe at all. You have to be very careful with the mains electricity. Alright? So you know, now earlier I told you, I explained these things to you. Some things use electricity from the mains. Okay, from the mains, which means the iron, the computer, the drill machine, the TV, the decks, everything, something like this, which we have to plug to the socket and then get the current. We use it from the mains electricity. Okay, and then some things use electricity from batteries. Batteries, a clock, a toy car, a remote. These things, we don't need mains electricity, we just need dry cells, which means we need batteries. Okay? Right. So, how is electricity made? I told you, electricity is produced in a power station. Okay? These are the main things they use to make electricity. Now, electricity is naturally coming from lightning, but we can't use it. We can't control that power. So people have learned to produce it in a power station and to control it. Understand? So these are the things that they basically use to make electricity. Let's move on to the first one. First one is thermal power generation, nuclear power, water power, wind power, solar power. I will tell you one thing. These words are not familiar to you. So you must be thinking what I am teaching you is very hard. But Pute, you all have seen these pictures, no? Isn't it? So you all have to learn from the pictures, and I will explain one by one. Just because the words are not familiar to you, don't think this is very hard. The lesson is hard. You all have to learn. You all can't stay in grade 1 or 2 every day. No, you all have to improve yourself. You all have to work according to a standard. Understand? You all are learning an international syllabus. So you have to maintain your standards So learn, okay? Right. Now, see, now this picture is easier than the first one. The same thing that I explained here is in this picture. But every day we can't learn like this. We have to learn like this also, okay? Right. So when you come to this picture, sunlight, biomass, nuclear power, okay? Oil, coal, natural gas, wind power, hydrogen. These are the things that we need to produce electricity. Right. Now let's go to the other one. Transporting electricity. Now I told you we produce electricity in a power station. Now how are we getting that electricity? Now this is the procedure how they transport it to our houses. Understand? Do they transport in a lorry? No, there is a procedure for it. Okay, so we are going to learn that now. First one, power plant generates electricity. Power plant is the power station I told you. They make electricity in this place. Okay, they make electricity in this place. This is number one. Okay, this is number one. Right. So, number two. Transformer steps up voltage for transmission. I told you they are making electricity and they know how to control it also. Haven't I told you that earlier? So this is a controlling method. This is that stage where they control the electricity that they have produced. Transformer steps up voltage for transmission. Voltage in the sense, voltage, it's a new word. Voltage means they are controlling the, that's how they control the electricity. Understand? We will learn about it in a little later. I mean in my next videos we can learn about it. But for now, we'll forget about it. Now number two also you know. Okay, number three. Have you seen these kind of things in your areas? Okay, this is the transmission lines carries electricity over long distances. This is for that usage. Okay, number three. Okay, and number four. Neighborhood transformer steps down voltage. Now see, that voltage is stepping down. That's how they control the electricity. It's stepping down before they put it to our houses. Before they distribute the electricity to our houses, the transformer helps to put the voltage down. And this is number four. Okay, this is number four. And number five, distribution line carries it to our houses. The last one. That's how we get the current, electricity, sorry. That's how we get electricity. That's how they transport electricity. Understand? Right. Shall we go to the next slide then? Okay, here we go. Now, earlier I told, now that's how they make the mains electricity power. That's how they make the electricity. Now we are going to learn about cells. I told you the batteries. Okay? So cells can store electricity. A cell, this is a battery. A battery also can store electricity, and cells are used for the things that people carry like torches, you know, and then remotes for things like that. Cells are often called a battery. This is a cell and it can store only a limited amount of electricity. That's why we have to garbage it after we use it. Can we use this forever? Can we use? No. After some time, the batteries are getting low. Their power is getting low little by little. So because of that, we have to throw. Understand? Right. This is what you call a cell. So electric chargers. Now this is a whole new topic we are going to learn. Electric chargers. Electric chargers are made up of positive charges and negative charges. I told you earlier also, positive, what? Positive charges, protons, negative charges, electrons. So, when these charges flow in a circuit, when these charges flow in a circuit, a current is produced. A current is produced when these things flow in a circuit. Now we are going to learn how to now I told you, these bulbs are lighting not because of a magic power. It has a whole new a big procedure behind it. So now we are going to learn about it. Now a bulb can't just light up. There is a procedure for it. Understand? So we are going to learn about that. So electric circuits. Electric circuits are made up of electric components, okay? So these components must be joined together without any gap in between to form a closed circuit. Now look at this. Now look at this. Now I said electric components. Electric circuits are made out of electric components. Electric components are the bulb, the wires, the battery, the switch. Those are the electric components. Understand? Right. And after that, I said these components must be joined together. These one another should be joined together. Then only we can light up the bulb. If all the things should be closed, the circuit should be closed. It can't be an open circuit. The circuit should be closed. So then only we can get the outcome. Then only we can light up this bulb. Understand? Right. So, electricity cannot flow without a power supply like the mains or batteries. Now, electricity can't, now here a power supply like mains or batteries. So, electricity cannot flow. If there is no current, now imagine if you are using a fan, okay, you have plugged the fan to the socket, you have plugged it, and suddenly the electricity goes. What will happen? Will the fan work? Tell me. No. There is no power there. Because of that, the fan will not work. So, that is what I have mentioned here. Without a proper supply of electricity, things that we are using from electricity will not work. Electrical appliances will not work without electricity. Okay? So, now we are going to learn about what is the meaning of a closed circuit and open circuit. Closed circuit. Now see, this is the battery. These are the components. Tell me, what is this? This is a battery. This is a switch. This is the bulb. And this is the connecting wire. You can see it's the connecting wire. So this current flows inside this wire. Understand? And the switch is closed. Everything is closed. Understand? See, everything is closed. This is a closed circuit. Now look at this. This is an open circuit. Now here, when the circuit is closed, the bulb is lighting. Okay? When the circuit is closed, the bulb is lighting. When the circuit is open, what has happened? The bulb cannot light. When the switch is open, the light is not lighting. Understand? Right. A switch can break a circuit. Now I said closed circuits only can travel electricity, and we can light a bulb only with the help of a closed circuit. Open circuits can't do it. So which means a switch can break a circuit. The flow of current. Now you know, you simply go and put on a switch in your home. The light glows. And when you do the opposite side, it's getting off. So that's what it means. You can break the flow of current through a switch. Understand? Right. And turn a device on or off. Okay, you can on the switch and put the bulb. That's what it says here. Understand? Right. See, that's now you know already. This is a bulb, this is a switch, this is a battery. Okay? The bulb will not light because the switch is open here. See? There's a small gap here. It's not closed properly, it's open. So this bulb is not lighting. Okay? Right. Now, see, switch on. This is another one for you. So this is big enough for you all to see. So that's why teacher wanted to put this slide also. So the lamp is lighting because see all the sides are closed. Pute, the switch is on. Switch is on. The circuit is a closed circuit. Okay. So this one the switch is off, but you know the circuit is an open circuit. Because of that this bulb is not lighting. Are we clear on that now? Right. Let's go to the other one. The circuit symbols. Now when we are drawing a circuit, okay, we can't always use, you know, you can't draw like this. No, it's very hard. You know, the bulb, the battery, you know, so many things are there to draw. So we have to learn about the symbols. Okay, this is the bulb. Bulb, we use this symbol. Okay, for the bulb. Okay, this is the cell. For a cell, we use the symbol like this. I hope everybody can see this. This is the cell. Okay, and for the battery, we use for 2 or more cells. Okay, for this is for 1. This is for 1. This is for more than. This is for more than that. For more than 1. We use something like this. See, still it's closed. It's closed with a battery, with a wire. This circuit should be closed, okay? Then only we can light the bulb. Right. So, shall we draw a circuit now? What do you say? Shall we draw a circuit now? Do you all like to draw it with me? Okay. Quickly take a paper, an empty paper, and let's draw a circuit together. Shall we? Right. There should be some fun also in our learning. So, you and me both will nicely draw it. Okay? Right. I hope everybody have your pen and the paper now. So let's draw, let's see what you are drawing and what I am drawing is correct. Okay, whether it matches with each other. Right. So I will draw like this. Now see whether you all have drawn something like this. I want you to tell me whether whether I am wrong or right. Tell me whether I am wrong or right. Now see, Pute, the bulb is there. The bulb is there. The batteries are there, which means it's giving the current. The current is producing. The current is going from these wires. The bulb will light, but continuously it will light because we can't break it. Because have I drawn a switch here? No, I have not drawn a switch here because only the batteries I have put. The batteries I have directly connected it to the bulb. The bulb will light, but it will. If I want to off it, I will have to remove the whole wire set. Understand? So I can't control the electricity because there is no switch here. There is no switch here. I can't control it because a switch should be there. I told you earlier, with the help of a switch only we can break the electricity. We can turn it on and off. So I hope you all drew the correct one. I will show you the exact one again. So see whether you all have drew something like this. The switch should be closed. This is an open circuit, but either of it you all can draw, okay? But the circuit, the 3 components should be there. And you all have to analyze. If I give a picture, you all have to analyze whether it's a closed circuit or an open circuit. Understand? Right. So, now you know what is this baby doing. I think in your houses also your sisters and your small sisters and brothers must be doing this. Don't let them do this. It's very dangerous. So in everything there is a plus side and a minus side, just like that. Even though electricity is very useful for us, it is very dangerous. So you all are plugging the phone chargers, you all are putting the TV, you all have to be very careful, because if you put the plug in, if the main is working and if you put the plug in and on the switch, the current is flowing inside the wires. So when you bite like this, what will happen? You will get the electric shock. So don't do it. See, electricity is not something that we play with. It can be very dangerous. You should never play with electricity. We should never try to put our fingers or anything else into the sockets of the house. You know the socket where we plug. So inside that you should never put your fingers. It's very dangerous because current is there. Understand? So we should always switch off appliances after we finish with them. Now you use the washing machine. After using the washing machine, always tell your mama to off it, because your mother must be very busy, you know, at home, isn't it? So you should tell your mother, mama off this, mama do this. You should help your mothers. Understand? Right. So children should always ask an adult to plug out the phone or extra things. Now these days you all have to watch videos, you all have to learn everything from a laptop or from a phone. So because of that, I know you all are taking the charges, you all are putting it to charge, but always be careful. Always try to get the help from an adult. Okay? Right. So it's revision time. Now we are going to revise what we have learned here. Okay? Electricity. Electrical appliances that we actually, now we are going to circle here, okay? We will circle the electric appliances. This is a pan. Does this need electricity? Tell me. No, we just have to use, we have to keep it on a stove. Then only it will light. This doesn't need electricity. This one is a microwave. Does this need electricity? Yes, we need electricity for this. A television. Tell me. Very good. We need electricity. And a chair. A chair. Should we, does it need electricity? No. It doesn't need electricity. A fridge. Yes, we need electricity. We need electricity. Washing machine. Yes, we need electricity, because for all those things that I have circled, we need to plug and get the current, then only we can use this. Clear? Right. Now let's go to the other one. Okay. Now what is this? You have to tell me the parts. Now this is, now you will, okay, by looking at this, can you tell me whether this is a closed circuit or an open circuit? I'll see who is right and who is wrong. Tell me. Teacher can hear you. You have to tell me. This is an open circuit. This is open from here. The switch is not put, so the bulb will not light. Okay, now here the components are there. We have to name the components now. I teached you the components. You all can remember? Right. Tell me what is this? Tell me what is that? That's the battery. That's the battery. Right. Now tell me what is this? Switch. It's a switch. It's the switch. These are the components that we are writing. What is this? It's the bulb. It's a bulb. Right. And what is this? It's the connecting wire. What is that? Connecting wire. So basically these are the components. Okay, now tell me, when you look at this, will this work? But is it a closed circuit? Look carefully. Is it a closed circuit? No, right? These two ends are not connected to a wire. So Pute, basically you have to understand this will not work. If we connect these two ends also with a connecting wire, it will work. Because here comes the negative, here comes the positive. When negative and positive comes together, it matches, it will, what? It will light. So this is wrong. This will not light. This will work. This motor, it's not a bulb, it's a motor. It will work because it is connecting, you know, it's a closed circuit and it's connecting with a wire. So do you understand what I teach you now? You know from where the electricity is coming, how they control it, how they distribute to our houses, and you know the electric appliances that use the mains electricity, and you know the electric appliances that we use the battery power, isn't it? So now you know how to draw a circuit. So always look at this video, revise yourself a little by little. Thank you and God bless you, my dear children.